Howdy, friends. I felt like maybe it was useful to just do a little bit here on how to use some of the recently developed AI tools in order to study better, right? Because these things exist, so you might as well use them. I'm going to spotlight two of them here that maybe you're not aware of. I think everybody's aware of ChatGPT. Google's got one called Bard. Those are all fine. I have no problem with those. But I feel like they're not quite as pointed towards being good study assistants as some of the other ones. So I'm just going to look at two, but kind of the things we talk about here be really useful, and lots of other things too. So the first one I'll point to is Perplexity.ai, and you probably do need an account, but it's definitely free if you do need one. And so one of the cool things about Perplexity.ai is like you can ask it a question, and it's going to do its thing. And what I like about Perplexity.ai is that it gives you the links to where it's getting its information from, right? So that's pretty good. And we got some pictures these days. It gets better and better all the time. And so I think that's really cool, right? And so I don't even know if this is going to work, right? Can you ask me some questions about photosynthesis? And obviously, like, I'm asking about photosynthesis, but this works for anything. So if I don't know the definition of mass or things like that, right? Yeah, it spits out a list of questions, which is cool. So that's great. I like Perplexity.ai because I really do like these sources. I think that that's a really good thing to have in an AI is the sources for where it's getting information from. The other one I'll point to is Flexi. Flexi has been made available through CK12. CK12 is this resource with learning about all sorts of stuff right at like the high school level, so pretty good. And what's nice about Flexi is going to pull things from CK12. So let's do the same thing here. We get this little Flexi window. Let's move me over here. And so let's do the same thing, right? Explain photosynthesis. Right? And so, yeah, cool. It links me to a video lecture. All right. What if I want, give me another resource? Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I guess. I don't really know. Flexi's still learning a little bit, so I might be like, this isn't super helpful. Like, I need more detail there, right? Or what was it? Ask me some questions. Ask me some questions about photosynthesis. It's not really asking me questions. It's like giving me statements, and I guess that's okay, but it's not 100%. But still, it's giving me resources, and that's really the point, right? Is that it looks like it's better for asking questions, right? So like, what are the reactants in photosynthesis? Let's see what it does. Yeah, there you go, right? Like straight up, right? Or like, oh, now it's asked me a question, so that's good, I guess. Click challenge me. During photosynthesis, plants use light energy, carbon dioxide, and water to make glucose and oxygen. What are the reactants? Light energy, carbon dioxide, and water, I guess, is technically what it wants here. I don't love that it's got light energy as a reactant, but okay, right? Oh, good, I got it right. Thanks, Flexi. And then it can give me some more practice questions, but now it's taking me to questions about reactants and products, which seems off the path a little bit. So these things aren't perfect, and that's okay. It's not really, the point isn't that it needs to be perfect. The point is that these kinds of questions around like basic understandings of like, what is this term that I learned in class, or can you give me resources to help me learn this thing? You don't really need to use the human teachers in your life to do that. You can use these kinds of tools in order to get information. My advice would be use these tools first, and then if there's things from these tools that you don't understand, bring those to your teacher in order to help you study more effectively. Yeah, and we might as well use the AI for the things we can, right? It's going to be in our lives forever, so we might as well give it a shot. So hopefully that's helpful. Two tools. Of course, these things will work with the other AI tools out there as well. There are probably better AI tools out there. If you have any thoughts on good ones, feel free to point them out and send them along. Cool. Thanks for watching.